Hello, Kyler.
Hello, Spencer.
How's it going?
It's going good.
So, how's it feel to be on this tiny little podcast?
Well, for it being tiny, it's in a big-ass room, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just a movie theater in my apartment.
Yeah, no big deal. It's kind of baller, honestly. It's more than I was expecting. I was expecting like a sofa in your apartment, but this is oddly more high scale. It feels nice. It feels good.
Yeah, it's definitely better than my apartment. My apartment sounds like shit.
Yeah.
I don't have a rug yet.
I think we could be doing this like in the back of a truck and it'd be fine. This feels right. It feels proper to be doing like my first podcast thing here with you. How have you been?
I've been okay. There's a lot of shit hitting the fan, you know.
Well.
I'm sure I've said that before. But...
Yes, yeah, it's a constant.
Oh, well.
We're constantly trying to clean the shit off the walls and it just seems like the fan won't stop spewing shit.
Yeah, it's been going pretty fast lately.
Yeah. But I'm hopeful for next year. I'm thinking next year, you know, coming out of
2022?
all of this. Yeah, 2022. We can only hope, you know. Everyone always says that about whatever new year is coming up. But with the serious, unfortunate events of the last now 2 years, I'm hoping good things are on the rise, especially with music. And
I mean, there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
Since, you know, the world's been fucking closed. So,
yeah.
You know, now that it's like, people are actually, you know, relaxing somewhat. You can actually make some plans again.
Yeah.
You couldn't make plans for the longest time. Now that it's open, you can go back to figuring shit out, doing crazy shit. People have gotten way more creative as well. So
yeah. I think there was something about people being shut in that, you know, a lot of people were able to kind of like hone down on what they really wanted to do with their lives. And, you know, like you with picking up, being able to, you know, do all this audio production stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't born from the pandemic, but
either way, you probably got a little bit of time to like sit down and hone in on it, right?
I wish, dude. Yeah, I've had to pick this up through a lot of shit. So I started school. I was like, cool. My life is like, you know, a little bit of a lull right now. I can go to school and learn some audio recording and stuff. It was when I was working with Arcanaut. So
right. Yeah.
I tried to pick it up, and then, you know, my life just kind of took some turns.
Right.
When I started school.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's wild with music and stuff. You know, it's exciting now that I'm finally an active member in Condemned Till Dawn. And we're doing the music stuff like that. I love that Ian was already on here.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Which episode was he? 3?
No, he wasn't 3. What was he? I think he was 5.
Really? Okay, and then this is 9, right?
Yes,
this is number 9. Cool. I wish he did 6 and I did 9, because then we could have 69.
He might be 6.
And that'd be great. That'd be perfect. We'll have to look. We don't. Nah, it is what it is.
I don't care. I don't mind looking shit up. I don't want to be wrong.
I figured you'd have like a checklist on the wall in here of everyone you brought in and what episode it is. You already lose track before double.
You think I'm that type of guy? You think I'm the type of guy to list out rules? No, no, fuck rules.
Yeah, good point. We're in a apartment movie theater.
Yeah, I know.
Doing a podcast.
It's fucking dumb. I can do whatever I want, man. There's no rules. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But let's see. What episode was Ian?
It was Ian, which is that was a great podcast. By the way, if you're listening and you somehow make it through all of this, you want to listen to something else, definitely jump on, listen to Ian Elliott talk about some stuff. One of the smartest guys I know. I love that guy to death.
Well, I don't have internet connection, so I can't figure it out.
That's right.
Oh well, this box is a cage. There's no radio waves.
It is.
So you're now a full-fledged member of Condemned Till Dawn.
Yes.
When did that happen?
Officially, we announced it, I believe, a couple days after the 1st of this month, December. But as you know, you are an individual that knows the history very well. I've been hanging out with those guys and going on the road with them, doing merch for them, and just, you know, doing vocal features and stuff. Your house show, actually, a few years back, was the first time I even ever held a microphone, because those guys were like, hey, dude, just, you know, come up and sing the song. We're just having a good time and partying. And that was the night where, you know, I'd practiced vocals for a few years at that point, but I was like, am I really going to, you know, do anything with this? But those nights was like, those were the first nights that I realized. I was like, crazy. All right, I want to do this.
I had no idea. That was the first time. I thought you'd done it before. I was like, never. cool. Kyler sings for Condemned sometimes. Awesome. Neat. Because like you did so well. It looked natural. So it's like, geez.
Thank you so much. Luckily, something that's motivated me a lot is I get that a lot. Even doing just the features for them when we were in Texas and stuff, people would come up to me afterwards and be like, oh, you're a natural. How long have you been doing this? And it's like, this is my almost in the band, first band.
Yeah. Dude, the trip to Texas was fucking nuts though. Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, if only we'd played in the Red Velvet.
No, I'm glad we didn't. That was
we would have gotten a fight.
Yeah. So that was when Argonaut, who is no more but will be returning under a new name, I hear.
Something like that.
But Argonaut at the time, which was a band that you were managing for, and kind of like you were like the me of Argonaut. Like you were like just around all the time, helping them with things, kind of a member of the band without being a stage member of the band, you know? And but yeah, it was Argonaut and Condemned Till Dawn, and we went to Austin first, right?
Yeah, we drove all the way to Austin, East Texas.
Yeah, it was a drive
from Phoenix to Austin,
and that show was okay. It was pretty cool. It was like on the Strip. It was in
like
town.
6 people.
Yeah, but they were like cool people, kinda.
Yeah,
I like Austinites.
There was this one Scottish chick.
That's right.
That like kept flirting with you.
She was insane.
She was like trying to get you to dance.
Was it me? I think she was flirting with everyone.
It was mostly you. She kept coming back to you because you were standing at the merch booth and like.
Good point. I don't know.
I was busy with my phone. I was probably doing a bunch of social media shit like while we were out there. But.
Yeah, I think I do remember that. Yeah, and so that night was fun, and that was the first like out of state venue I'd ever been in. Was that night, and then from there we went to New Mexico. The Dirty Dog, that's what it was called. The Dirty Dog. But New Mexico the next day is the story. That's the story that a lot of people have told. Did you and Ian talk about that on the podcast?
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Oh man, it's I don't want to bring it up again already then and tell the story, but I mean it's a crazy story.
It's like cringy. It's just like
it was rough, dude. It was like a Denny's with like 3 storage closets with stages, and they gave the bands the smallest ones of the other performances that ended up happening that night that we didn't even know about.
Yeah, it was garbage. There were just rooms all over that looked like they were part of a storefront at one time. Then like a wall was like knocked down or replaced with a double door, and it was just like, what? Where are we? Like it was like a maze of a building.
Yeah, that was insane. I'm trying to remember every time we went on the road now, because there was that run. There was Argonaut and Condemned Till Dawn, where we went to just Austin and New Mexico, which is a great trip. Just no matter what the shows were like, it was just a fun trip with friends and a kind of first experience of that for a lot of guys. And then we also, both of those bands also just went down to Bisbee once, right?
Oh yeah,
which was actually quite the drive, and we played the Quarry down there, and it was a good
4-hour drive.
Yeah, it was impressive. I was like, we're going to Bisbee. It's like that's close to Tucson or whatever, and then we trekked out there, and it was a good night. That was also that one was funny.
We played to even less people.
Yeah, people were like eating food, looking annoyed while we played.
I think Condemned went on first, and the problem is you guys went on at like 10:30 because the first band was an hour late. So you guys went on at like 10:30 p.m. Yeah. And there was like 3 people in the bar. It was like this couple and then the bartender and then Argonaut sitting in the back just waiting to play. Yeah, dude, and then by the time you guys ended and then the couple got up and left. And so Argonaut played to you guys and the bartender.
But the bartender was super cool. Do you remember her?
She had a Scattered Guts t-shirt.
Yeah,
and tattoos all over.
When I went up and I was just doing that same one song at the time, just going up and doing it with Condemned Till Dawn, and she actually took a Polaroid picture of me while I was on stage, and I still have it, and I like wrote the date on it, and I hang it on my wall, and it's like one of the that's the what's the word that I'm looking for? Like the launching pad of what I want to do with vocals is having that actual picture of, just being in some fucking buttfuck nowhere town in our state, playing a show to like no one, but having the best time.
All right. Well, whoever you have doing your merch, just have them keep a camera on them.
Oh, and do Polaroids. That'd be fun on the road. Do like just one Polaroid of each night. Make it like a collage. That's a great idea.
Yeah, dude. After like a year, see how big the poster can be.
Yeah. Hopefully, if everything goes well next year, we're hoping to get a little bit more road time.
And you can like raffle it off.
Yeah.
For charity.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm selfish.
I would. Charity. Name me a charity that's real.
My wallet. Go fund that charity, please.
Yeah, that's a good one.
T-shirts
really helps out the local music scene.
It does, yeah. But it's been so tough over the last few years.
Yeah, how do you make money as a local metal band?
You spend money as a local metal band.
You spend money on t-shirts.
Correct. And then you maybe sell those, and then you have money for more t-shirts. Not for yourself.
Yeah, you stockpile all the smalls and 2XLs.
Big time. Yeah. No, but so this last Texas run, we're just me and Condemned Till Dawn went out there this year. In September that was phenomenal. That was a great time. We had a super cool opportunity to go out and do that and play with Dawn of Dissolution, and which they know. So their guitarist Joe went on tour with Wolfheart with Nate from Condemned Till Dawn. Right. That's how they knew each other, and that was the connection there. And he hit up Nate and was like, "Hey, there's this really cool melodic death metal band out of Austin called Hiniana, and they're gonna do just 4 shows." And we kind of want an out-of-state band. Would you guys want to come and play them with them? And then there was also the 2 middle dates. There was another band that played, which I believe they're from Austin as well, called Vesperian Sorrow. They were pretty cool. And we got to go out there and play those shows with those guys. And we just had, we had met Joe before from Dawn of Dissolution, but the rest of his band, they were all super great dudes. They're from Houston as well, so they drove out for everything, and the guys in Hiniana were just like the sweetest, and like we just clicked with them like freaking Legos, man. Like those guys were cool. So great. We had such a good time with those guys. Very humbling to be able to play with them and get a lot of nice words from them, and we're hoping that we can definitely play a lot more shows together in the future. That's the goal. With
tour together.
100%. Anything that they have ready for us, we're ready to take, man. Because
you guys match like Condemned Till Dawn and like Hinaya? Do they have the same kind of sound? Or
not like the exact same sound, but they definitely fit on a bill together. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was
melodic
asking.
Death metal. Big time. Yeah. They have they're to the gills with it. They just sound fucking European. They're incredible. They have live keyboards, which is kind of a goal for us. Like how do you not love that? Just having a hype man doing your backing tracks and doing a bunch of cool shit for you.
Yeah, I mean, keyboards are... it's hard to fit keyboards into metal, I think.
No, they nail it for sure. It all depends on what you do with them.
Maybe I'm too picky.
Probably. I would say so, because I'm already thinking, too, of how many different ways keyboards can be implemented into metal. Like I said, you can have someone with Hiniana, it's more of like, he's literally just like hitting the backing tracks for him while he's up there, and some just like backing orchestral stuff.
Right.
And some stuff for rhythm, and then there's bands like Necrogoblicon where there's just keyboard leads, like that dude just rips into the keyboard like it's a guitar.
That band is pretty sweet.
They're insane. The more the merrier for me with metal. I'm all about what's new, what's cool, what's grabbing eyes and ears. I appreciate all the hard work that any metal band does, and I like old school stuff too. I'm kind of across the spectrum.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the stuff that Art's been showing me lately. He's been showing me Thra.
Oh, Thraw's fantastic.
Yeah, some of those
big shout out to Thra from Arizona, man. But sludgy doom metal from out here, and they just break walls down with their sound.
They're mostly like live local band. If you want to hear them at their best, it's live. Like you don't 100%. Look up a recording of Thra.
Yeah, which that should be the goal for every band. Is like put out good music, but also bring a whole different energy live, and that's how you get people to stick around.
Well, I think you have to be good live to be good.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
So there's a lot of bands out there, Dragon Force,
Dragon Force.
I mean, you got to be good like live and like really impress the shit out of people without fucking up.
Yeah,
and if you can do that live and recorded, it doesn't even matter if it sounds the same. If you can bring the same energy live or like better. Mm-hmm. And you're good. Right. Like if you add a bunch of shit into your tracks on your album, that's like a whole bunch of backing tracks and keyboard and backing vocals and all that. And then you show up live and do half of that, but it still fucking destroys. Like,
right? Yeah.
Who's gonna say anything? Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah. But. Yeah, I don't hold it against bands either that record things and do a bunch of layered in backing tracks and stuff, and then just bring that live, just run it through DI and play that stuff live too.
Yeah,
vocals and certain lead stuff, it can be too much to have backing tracked. You don't want your band you don't want to just be playing a computer to a room. You do want to have mostly authentic sound from the band, but certain DJ. Things, what is if you write badass like epic orchestral metal music, but you're a local band, you know, you can't have a whole string of brass guys up on stage with you playing all the orchestral stuff live. You can't have opera singers just paying out every night.
Take out a loan.
You know, you backtrack that stuff. If it sounds good, if the room has good sound, that's just more that you got going on with your music, and I enjoy it. Sign me up.
I mean, there's right ways to do it, but then, you know, you hear it done way overdone sometimes. It's just like, oh man.
Definitely. It definitely can be. And then there's times like Thrall's a great example of a band where it's just like 4 dudes playing through cabs.
Minimal.
Loud as possible. Minimal, but massive. And it's beautiful. I love it. Those guys are incredible. Let's figure out how many bands I can shout out this episode. We're like 4 deep. I'm gonna keep going. I'm spreading all the love. That's what I'm here for.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, definitely one of the guys I want to have on, or I want to have one of the guys from Amaya on soon.
You should.
I want to have Dakota.
Get Dakota. If you can have Dakota on, that'll be a good time.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do an episode in December sometime because he was like busy with his wedding and whatnot.
Yeah. Fit it in for sure. That dude goes to more shows than me. Yeah. That guy is the man.
Yeah, actually, I hit you and Dakota up at the same time, and you both denied me. You're both like, no.
Don't call me out on the air.
Just December. And I was like, okay. But you had good reasons. I mean, he's having a wedding. You didn't want to break the news about your new band.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that everything fit right with the announcement, and then hopefully, you know, getting this out before the show, which is today is what, Tuesday the 14th? Tell me.
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday the 14th. I know my days. And Friday the 17th coming up is Revival Fest at the Nile Theater, which is the show that we have coming up, which is my debut full set show with Condemned Till Dawn. We also got ready. Here's the list. Here's time for the band shout outs. Smile in the Sinner, headlining right after us. Opening for us is Apocalypse Pony. Love those guys to death. And there's some cool shit coming with them that night. And then probably one of my favorite local bands is on this bill as well, The Exiled Martyr. I don't know if you've heard of them.
They sound familiar. I'm sure I've seen a poster.
Awesome. Yes, dude. I've loved them for years. And recently I've been working with their bass player, Michael. Him and I have been doing a lot of flooring together and stuff. And nice. He's just the sweetest guy. I love every guy in that band. They're incredible. And then opening for The Exiled Martyr is Apex Alpha. And then opening the whole show is Hazen. And like, this is, in terms of a local lineup, like, this show is phenomenal. I'm so excited, and it's so humbling, and it's going to be an emotional night for me to be up there and be on the stage and share it with all those people that are my friends now, and just like really I feel like I'm walking through the door that night, you know, like I'm officially in it and doing it, and it feels good. It's been a long time coming.
Nice, dude. That's cool. I want to be there. I want to see it.
You should come out. Yeah, I don't have tickets for you because we sold them all.
I'll find tickets, dude. I'll find tickets.
Hit up any of those other bands. Do it. Get some tickets.
I will.
Get tickets for your friends. Get tickets for your dog. Bring a dog. Just like,
I'm not bringing a dog.
Put a mustache and a trench coat on it.
I hate when people bring dogs to shows. Don't bring a dog.
Actually bring dogs to shows?
Stop bringing dogs to shows, people. Oh my God. I've seen it multiple times.
Can you imagine like 2 huskies running in a circle pit?
I can imagine a dog laying on the floor and his ears bleeding because the music is too loud. Like, stop bringing dogs to shows.
Nah, they probably have dog earplugs for shows now.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh my God.
They have dog earmuffs. Yeah. If you see it like with something strapped over its head and all over its ears, then yeah, sure, it's protected.
But still, don't bring your dog to a show ever. What?
Yeah, unless you're like blind and you really need that dog.
You really need, but if you're blind, but now you have a deaf dog. So you have a deaf-seeing dog and a blind. That's a conundrum. The dog needs a dog.
You got to rent a seeing eye dog to go to the show.
And then your seeing eye dog needs a sign language translator after that. That just sounds expensive. Don't do it. Never bring dogs to shows. Moral of the story.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, probably not.
So the dog I saw at the show, though, was at the Metalheads MC.
Okay, I would believe someone would bring a dog there.
It's like this private metal
I've been
club.
there a couple times. Yeah,
dude, that place is nuts.
It is pretty wild with all the bras hanging from the rafters.
Dude, I saw Absolute Adversary play there, like with Bob.
Oh, really?
Bob Ball. Yeah,
nice.
He was they did such a good job at that show, and it's just like they usually just have one band play, and then like you drink and party and whatever, but it's just like a bar that's like a private bar. You're not allowed in unless you like know the people there.
Yeah, I think definitely the most bands are the few times I've been, it's been like 3 or 4 bands tops.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that place is cool.
The times I went, it was just like a one band showcase. Like, hey, Arkanauts gonna play at Metalhead's
really?
MC.
Oh, that's what's up.
And it was
that's
just like
funny.
a private party at the Metalhead's MC. It was dope.
Yeah, it's funny. That's one of those bar venues where it's always like someone's birthday bash. Like they'll throw a show and just like some dude that hangs out there all the time, just like, it's my birthday, let's call it my birthday bash. And they're just like, sure, Kevin, it's Kevin's birthday bash, and these bands are playing, and then Kevin's all fucked up the whole time. Everyone has a good time.
The reason to buy more alcohol.
Exactly.
It's this guy's birthday.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tip your bartenders.
Yeah, tip the bartenders. I don't think they have a license for that. I don't know. I've never paid for a beer there. They just hand them out. I donate.
Yeah, dude, same. Dude, the first time I ever walked into that place, a joint just found its way into my mouth. Like, I just walked in and was like, boom. I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah, I'm going on the record. I've never bought a beer from them.
Just good putting that on the record.
Yeah, just gotta make sure.
Yeah, I doubt I've bought a beer from there too. Some venues just don't. There's the alcohol's so expensive.
It's so of course it's expensive. I mean, you got to make money.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I get that, but I'm and like I said, tip your bartenders, support local bars, but also I drink in the parking lot always. If it's not re-entry, we'll figure something out.
So besides this show, what other shows are coming up that you want to go to?
That I want to go to?
Shit, any local show out there that are that you got your sights on?
There's so many coming up. I just saw that Dead of Winterfest for February just got set, and that's going to be stacked. That's just locals galore. And oh man,
where at?
I'm not familiar with the venue. It's like out in Chandler. Yeah, but I'm not familiar with the venue yet. I saw the address for it. Yeah, I don't know the name. I don't know where it's at, but I'll probably go to that because it's like, yeah, Scattered Guts is headlining. I think Bad Acid Trip from California is coming out, and then it's just all of the cool local bands. I think Singularity's coming back and playing. The Exiled Martyrs on that, I believe. I don't know. I don't want to speak for any bands I'm not positive about yet, but I've heard.
Well, look up Winterfest.
Yeah.
Winterfest is.
It's Dead of Winterfest. Good one, I guess.
Dead of Winterfest.
That's coming up in February, and then there's a lot of big shows next year that I'm really excited about. Actually, System of a Down and Caron just got announced.
Oh yeah,
that'll be cool.
Have you seen them before?
Yeah, I've seen both of them separately before. Caron, I'm kind of into, liked them more in middle school, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm still, I like them. And then System of a Down I only saw once from the nosebleeds, but it was maybe in my top 5 shows ever. It was insane. I
saw System of a Down, and it was like probably one of the worst shows I've ever been to.
When did you see them?
And it was the first show I've ever went to as well. And
really?
I enjoyed it because I was a little kid and I didn't really care. But I knew it was messed up because it sounded like garbage. Well,
it just didn't sound good.
It was at the state fairgrounds. It was one of the free state fair concerts.
Oh, yeah, those are.
It was System of a Down, which was like
cool.
Whoa, a free System of a Down show? Like, right. I'll go.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this. Yeah,
and so I went there, and like there was this band that went on before them, and I forgot what they were even called. I think it was like a local band or something. I'm not sure, but they went on first, and they blew the sound system out, like destroyed it. And I'm pretty sure the sound guy's at fault for like letting them destroy it. He should have known it was a metal band,
right?
So, and then System of a Down goes on after them, playing through fucked up speakers.
Wow.
So it just sounded really bad.
Wow, that's super disappointing. That's crazy. Yeah, I did not go to that, but I remember hearing about that. And then at the fairgrounds out here, the only show I went to was Slayer. I went and saw Slayer at the fairgrounds, and that was pretty cool. That was a good time. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it was crazy. One thing about that is that there was a bunch of like booths set up around the arena where the show was taking place, and they were all. It was like a bunch of churches selling pocket Bibles. Well, not selling, but like handing out pocket Bibles. That'd be funny if they might as well be selling them. But they were like handing them out, and the Slayer concert ends. And all these drunk, rambunctious Slayer fans are coming out of the Slayer show. And there's just all these like missionaries handing them pocket Bibles. And I saw so many Bibles getting tossed and ripped and maybe even set on fire. It was a trip. I was like, who set this up? Who scheduled this?
Yeah. How many of them got burned?
Not good. I don't recall, but I saw a lot of, evil behavior.
I mean, technically, the Bible in itself, like a copy of the Bible, is not sacred. It is just a book. They're just letters on paper.
Yeah.
Unless a priest blesses it for a certain reason, it's not sacred. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying is you promote and support Bible destruction.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I said.
I'm glad we're on the same page, dude.
I'm glad you got what I was putting down there. I'm glad you picked that up.
100%. Yeah, unless it's blessed by a priest, and that one you have to bury.
Yeah, that one you have to eat.
Yeah. Ooh.
You have to eat it. Page by page.
Body of Christ. Rip.
You can say whatever you want, but as long as you consume the whole thing.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
Make that a music video.
But just eating a Bible?
Yep. Do the whole thing. Yeah. It's a long-ass song.
Yeah, take bath salts. Take bath salts and write a song, then eat a Bible.
Oh, God. I don't want to hear that one.
Yeah, that might end up being underground.
Too inspiring.
One-man band cripples the church nationwide.
Video's banned on YouTube.
I sure hope it does. If I get a video banned, that means I did something right.
Get the whole band banned.
Get the band banned. Oh, it's a good name for a band. Band.
It's a
and everyone's
bad
like, what?
name.
And you're like, we're a band. And we're like, band because we're edgy. It's the band.
I get it.
Yeah. Do you get the joke? And then the logo is just band with the little 2 in the corner, meaning like it's a band times 2. What is that called?
Or you could just put the red circle and then the cross through it. You know?
Band and then band.
Yeah.
Band.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. It's better than Condemned Till Dawn. No, I'm just kidding.
Condemned Till Dawn. Who named him that? God. What a loser.
No.
So what's on the map for Condemned Till Dawn then? I know you came out and you're going to do this show and stuff, but you got anything in the works?
Yeah, so we're writing stuff right now. I think we're pretty much doing the final touches on this single this week, and hopefully that'll be getting released soon. The first single with me on it that we've written as a band, and cool. Then we're already working on 2 more.
Is it going to be a music video or like a?
Well, we're probably going to release the song first, just out of time and finances and everything right now, and just getting everything worked out. We'd like to, but the song will probably come out before the music video if we do that. We're kind of rushing to get the song out before actually getting a music video shot and everything figured out. We'll see where scheduling lines up, but then I believe we're just going to be releasing a few singles is the way to do it. And then when we have, time to really sit down and not be, going on the road like we're trying to do, then we can actually write an EP or a CD. We'll see where it's at. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of under the belief that albums are dead. It's kind of antiquated.
It's cool. If you have something that's like a concept and you're telling a story and it is like a long group of songs that do fit together as one, then, absolutely release it as an album. But in terms of like promoting and stuff and like grabbing people's attention, it does seem like releasing a single
not even as far as
every other month or whatever is the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely keeps people's attention. But I feel like most songs, like you said, they're not really part of a story. Mm-hmm. If you can release a song like on its own and it sounds good by itself, then release it by itself as a single.
Yeah.
And also not committing to the idea of releasing whole albums at a time. It kind of opens the doors up for collaboration with other artists. It makes it a lot easier because you don't have to collaborate and be like, okay, well, now where are we going to fit this song into our album? You can just, okay, we'll do a song with this band, we'll do a song with that band, we'll do a song with another band, and it'll just be completely free to take on whatever you want.
Yeah, I wonder if this car alarm is going to get picked up into the microphone.
Hold on, stop talking for a sec. I don't know, it's too low. I don't think
man, it'll be kind of funny if there's just a car alarm going.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not going to edit anything out.
No, man. Yeah, we're just going to send it.
I was going to put a gate. Hopefully hopefully it's not picking it up while you're talking.
Yeah, whatever. It's just funny.
Stupid movie theater.
Stupid apartment movie theater recording space. No, we're making do. We're
one day I'll build my own studio and it'll be a big ass warehouse and I'll suspend the studio in the center with chains. Nothing can ever bother us.
That'd be nice. You're going to suspend it with chains. At that point, if that's your goal, have it just floating from some sort of gravitational device that it's floating in the middle of a room.
Dude, chains are way cheaper.
Soundproof.
Chains are way cheaper.
Yeah, but they might rattle. You want good sound quality, right? I fidget, I'm going to shake the box around.
I'll trust you. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, dude, that's a sweet goal. You should do that. Have you seen Trivium's hangar? How they just bought like an airstrip hangar. Dude, and they have so much space. They just they jam there. They store all their stuff there. They have probably like a music video room where they can just do music videos.
One of my main goals, like for doing this whole like entertainment thing, whether I'm dealing with a band or dealing with this podcast or anything I think of really, anything involved with entertainment, like it's always my dream to have a giant warehouse as like a playground and just do whatever you want in this warehouse. You could set up a skate park in the corner or like do whatever you want. You know, you could have like a zip line across it, and, like a huge projector on one side, do music videos in front of the projector. Like you could do whatever,
It's like a Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, but for
exactly like
music,
that. But
let's do that. Big
for like music and like bands and stuff, like make music videos and like playgrounds for like YouTube channels or whatever. It'd be pretty sweet.
It would be nice, man. Yeah,
but expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Warehouses especially are expensive.
Yeah, you gotta work hard to play hard. It's a motherfucker. It's a hard balance in this world of not working so much to where you're not, giving into your passions, but also not just only focusing on your passions to the point where you can't afford them. It's very difficult to find a happy medium.
Yep, you have to find somebody willing to pay you.
Pretty much, man.
That's what it takes.
Yeah.
You gotta find people willing to just throw money at you.
Exactly, yeah. Sugar mamas and sugar daddies, we are both hiring in order to get a hanger.
Shit, I have a girlfriend.
Well, what's she's got to have a number, right? Like how much, like, is she not going to let you sleep with some rich guy for $10 million? And she's like, no, I love you too much. Don't sleep with that trillionaire. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
I'd do terrible things for not that much money.
Right.
Like 10 grand in a Klondike bar.
I know who to call if the situation arises.
Who are you going to call?
You'd be like, you know what? I know someone better.
I can actually send you. I have this guy's card. I need to make cards for that. Give you a card. You can just hand cards out to people like that.
What would you call yourself?
If I had like a
male sugar baby, like
an escort name. Oh God. I don't know. I don't like even thinking about that, honestly. What if I had like a street name for that? Something that doesn't fit, like cinnamon sugar. And I wouldn't be like, what? And I'm like, yeah.
It's Goldilocks.
Goldilocks? I'm not even blonde. Nate would be Goldilocks.
In the sun you are.
You're right. Yeah, my hair changes colors. It's like a mood ring. If I'm pissed off, my hair changes color.
Perfect.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, but I'm, in terms of what's coming up with Condemned, I'm excited about getting new music out, excited about playing shows. I don't think it's been announced yet, but I will say, hopefully someone doesn't get mad at me, but I believe we're playing Tucson in January. I believe that's happening. And then from there, we still have to, do logistics and figure out where we're going, but we want to, hopefully a little before spring, like go on the road ourselves just for a few close dates. Maybe something like...
We'll start saving money.
Well, yeah.
The gas, is like twice as much as what it was.
Oh, yeah, dude, like going through California is going to be crazy. We might just get gas tanks and get gas here and bring it with us there.
Just don't go to California.
Not gas stations. True, man. It's tough playing shows out there, too, from what I've heard, too.
Yeah,
but
just don't go.
Yeah, we're thinking about just like kind of for in-state, even, we're thinking about playing, we're going to do Tucson, but then it'd be cool to just do like a trip of like Kingman, Flag, and Prescott.
Do Vegas, dude.
And Vegas, yeah.
Vegas is way better than California right now.
Yeah. We should just do Vegas like 2 nights in a row so we can remember one of them.
Yeah, try to get 2 venues in Vegas like back to back.
Oh my God, I'll let you know how that goes. I'm sure that would be super affordable.
That'd be cool.
But something like that would be sweet. I'm always game for whatever. I'm all about the experience and the good time. So like doing like Vegas, Kingman, and then somewhere up north here, that'd be easy. It'd be an easy little weekend warrior trip.
When our project announces it, we'll do a double header in Vegas.
We should absolutely. When you guys are down to get on some stuff like that, we'll do it. We should do Bisbee again.
See if we can open up a gambling fund.
A gambling fund? Dude, yeah. That sounds bad.
See if our fans will help us gamble.
Dude, oh my God. That sounds like you're already losing so much money going on the road. Can you imagine gambling while you're on the road? You're just
if it's donations, they already donated it.
That would be funny. In Vegas, having a tip jar.
We could do a live
gambling.
Do a live roulette game. Just have somebody film it live. I don't think that's allowed. I don't think you can film on the floor, can you?
Really? That would make sense.
I think they stop you. I think the security comes up and says, hey, stop that.
Yeah, stop recording.
And we don't want you recording like important people.
But I want to show people how I cheat. That's what I'd tell security.
We can't let people's gambling addictions get out.
And then they break my hands on the table with hammers, and I'm like, Vegas sucks. Vegas is worse than New Mexico. We're not coming back here.
You're right. Wouldn't that make it better?
If I got my hand smashed?
Yeah, you're like, hell yeah, this is real.
You're like, here I am learning from my mistakes.
I love this place.
I'm learning from my mistakes again, and now I have no hands.
Learning valuable lessons in Vegas.
Sweet. I'll have to use a mic stand for the rest of my life.
We need to go up to Vegas. We need to hit Salt Lake. I just want to go north and
Salt Lake would be cool too. Yeah,
and Washington and Oregon.
Washington and Oregon are big on the list for me for sure. Rockaway Beach in Oregon is one of my favorite places in the world.
Huh.
I love it out there. Just the north coast of Oregon. It's beautiful.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. It's well worth even just a trip out there. And just
what kind of place is that? Like a small town or?
Yeah, it's kind of like a small beach town, and it's north of Tillamook, which is are you familiar with like the cheese and ice cream? Tillamook? Yeah. They have the farms out there.
Yeah, some good shit.
Yeah. Portland's pretty scary lately from what I've heard. Portland is still on the fritz.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with Portland.
But yeah, that's probably where we got to play a show to actually play to anyone, though. I don't know where else you'd play.
Got to be other places in Oregon.
To play show. There's other places in Oregon. Like I said, if I'm visiting, I'll be on the beach the whole time. But for playing a show, it's probably, the old port town.
There's got to be some bar next to a college that does metal shows.
In Portland.
There's got to be. In Portland. God damn it.
And then, going up to Washington, like playing Seattle would be cool, too. It's definitely on the list. That's pretty much my whole goal, man. Is just going on the road, experiencing it, having fun.
That'd be fun. That's what I'm trying to do with the live sound thing.
Yeah, I could break even for the rest of my life doing this stuff, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to work my ass off and just make sure that I have enough money to do it. And if I do, and if I'm, not getting in debt to the point where it's tarnishing the whole thing or my relationships, then full send, if you ask me. It's always worth it.
I'm trying to work on like my live sound skills as far as mixing bands and stuff in venues. Mm-hmm. So one of my goals is to be the sound for like the dedicated sound for a touring band. So I want to be
looking to hire
sound
someone
guy that like travels with the band and just does their show, as the headliner.
We might have a position for you.
Yeah, at some point.
We're kind of
I still got some things to learn.
We can pay you in QT pizza and water every night.
I do like
as much
QT
as you want.
pizza.
Have you ever had the breakfast pizza?
It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
I've had so many slices of that breakfast pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I can't have any more.
It's, all right, fair. There is a limit to it, but like the first time I had it, I'm like, what madman?
I think next year I could probably have it again.
I think next year is when I'm going to stop eating that shit.
But the regular QT pizza, oh my God.
It's all right.
I don't know, dude, that sauce, it reminds me of like the Lunchables Tombstone pizzas.
Is just God. The only other,
nope.
Going back to Texas, Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is better. The Buc-ee's out there, those places are phenomenal. They got good barbecue sandwiches and shit.
You ever been to the East Coast?
No. I need
Wawa.
to so bad. Wawa?
There's a gas station called Wawa. It's like QT, but they have like a sandwich shop in the back, and it's open 24/7.
Okay.
They'll serve you a sandwich at 2 a.m, like a buffalo chicken fucking grilled sub, like at 2 a.m, just like whenever you want.
I like the sound of Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa's good.
I'm gonna have to go get some Wawa in my life. That's the thing is I need to get to that side of the country, man. I need to experience things out there.
Wawa needs to get to this side of the country.
I don't know. QT. I like QT though. QT's pretty good. You got the QT kitchen. You can just like have them make you shit. They'll give you like mac and cheese with pulled pork in it. Oh, gimme.
Yeah, whatever. QT's all right. It's like cafeteria food.
I mean, but it's. I mean, it's better than like Circle K.
Don't even talk about Circle K.
Yeah, like those places are icky.
Every time I go to Circle K, I'm disappointed. Every single time I step in the door, something fucking pisses me off.
Dude, I found a dead lady in front of the bushes at a Circle K once. And I went in.
That settles it.
Dude, it was so funny. And I went in, I told the guy, I was like, hey, I think there's a lady OD'd in the bushes out here. And the clerk just kind of looked at me and was like, okay, you want anything else tonight? I was like, you're going to call someone? He goes, my break's in like 15. I'll check it out. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck, dude?
That's Circle K training, everybody. Hopefully they step it up.
Oh, he was like, yeah, that sounds about right. OD'd lady in the bush, huh? It's my mom again.
Oh God. Yeah, she always does that.
Oh, man.
She'll be gone in the morning.
Yeah. You work, are you still, what are you doing for just like work right now?
Well, I'm actually working for IATSE. It's like a theater union.
So everything you're doing is sound right now. You're not in the construction field at all anymore?
No, I haven't done a construction job in a while. So
Good.
I'm trying to get away from electrical work. Like I could have kept doing like pools. I could have kept doing pool electrical, you know, but I told my boss like, hey, I got to step away from this and like focus on audio or I'm never going to do it.
Right.
It's like I have to stop taking jobs for you, you know, like, because if I kept doing it and like, you know, finances are tough and I could go back and do those jobs, but it's like I would never stop. Like the money's easy, you know, the job is easy, the money's easy. You just dig a trench, put a pipe in it,
right?
And you run some wire. Like once you know how to do it, you can do it in anybody's backyard.
Just copy and paste.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, see, I can't do jobs like that either.
Yeah, it just got boring, and I still have my GI Bill from the military, so I just jumped into audio engineering school. Went to Crass so I could help out Arcanaut. Then Arcanaut ended up falling apart, but.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, but we got a new thing coming up, so that'll be coming out soon.
Cool.
Probably at the end of the month.
I'm excited.
Yeah, everybody will hear all about it. We'll blast it all over the world.
I'm sure.
Or Arizona.
Yeah.
That's my world.
Nah, shoot high.
Yeah, I mean, I could shoot at the internet, but who knows where it goes after that.
Yep. The only way your music won't leave the state is if you say stuff like that. If you're like, just local. Delete the word local from your vocabulary. It'll do things for you.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you have to have a definition for this scene. You know, one thing I heard recently that kind of like reset the way I've been thinking about this whole like band that we're starting up is you know, you don't really need a huge audience. You don't really need like, you know, 60,000 people listening to your music all the time. Like you don't need millions of people listening to your shit. If you have 1,000 people that give you $10 a month, that's $10,000 a month.
Yeah, which goes, you know, so that goes quick.
Yeah, it does go quick, but that's just basic example of, you know,
right. Yeah,
you know, you have those super fans. You know, you could have 4,000 super fans.
Right,
that's less than 1 million.
Yeah,
you know, if you have 4,000 people that really love your band and like every time you put out a t-shirt or a song, like they go download it, buy the t-shirt, like buy a sticker pack,
pays for itself,
whatever. Eventually you're going to be making money doing it,
right?
And then if you supplement that with other hobbies like, you know, a YouTube channel or like, you know, a podcast or something where you're getting ad revenue, you know, playing ads and stuff, you know, you're eventually just doing what you like to do and just having that passive income. But you know, it comes down to having those super fans rather than having the millions of followers.
Right. That just, you know.
So like that local scene is actually super important.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I don't want to get away from using the word local. I want to like more use local in a way that it should be used rather than saying like, just a local. Like,
right. Yeah.
Just the local band, just the local scene. It's like those are the people that are going to pay my bills. So
good point.
I mean, that's my goal anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know, the money side of trying to do stuff like this. It's tricky. It's a tricky bitch.
Yeah,
because it's always going to be. So let's say you are in a band and you get to that point where it's like you have, like your example, if you have 1,000 people that are diehards, they're going to buy your shirt every time. It's like, okay, let's say that actually does put money into your band account. Like you actually have some spending money. What do you do from there? Well, you up production, you up you know, music video quality, you up quality and quantity of your merch, and you just, you know, you're always, if you're making money in a band, no matter to what scale you get, you should be recycling that money back into the band and just trying to build from there and up the platform.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I don't think I think the only way that we're gonna like make money at this band is, I don't know, at this point, Condemned Till Dawn, we might do like a Patreon or something where we sell butt pics and feet pictures. 100%. Yeah, 100%. They're like funny behind the scene videos and also asshole pictures for top tier Patreons.
Wow. I'm not sure you get a lot of hits for that one.
You don't think so? I don't know, man.
Not the top tier. You'll probably get a lot of the lower tier ones. People want to see behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if they want to see your asshole.
There's some weirdos out there that like this shit.
That's
probably where the money's at. I'm a weirdo. Okay. I spend buku bucks on bands.
I'm not going to tell you there aren't.
We'll do it. Don't tempt us.
I didn't bring that up. You're the one that brought that shit up.
Wait. All right, yeah, you're right.
Is this Nate? Is this Nate talking?
No. I wish that's what. Have you ever thought about? At any point, do you want to do multiple people on a podcast at a time?
Yeah, sure, man.
We should do that. We should do that with
no rules. We talked about this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuck the rules.
So we should set it up and do like a few people from the band sometime.
Yeah. If I have more than one other person, though, we're gonna wear headphones for sure.
Oh, we'd have to. Yeah.
With one-on-one, it's easier to regulate your voices, but when it becomes like 2 and then like 3 and then, you have extra guests.
I'm sure it gets hellish.
I've heard it before. I've heard podcasts where they record it that way, and it's like, if you're not wearing headphones, you just don't hear the other person.
Right, you just talk over each other and make a mess.
It gets bad, and it gets hard to edit too.
That's crazy. Fun stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy learning curve. I just picked all this up through Crass.
Crazy.
And it's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. You got to sit down in front of the computer and actually like sit there with the plugins and make it sound pretty, and then like figure out how to post it online and figure out how to get it to Spotify and Google Podcasts and whatever.
Yeah.
I think my last episode on YouTube was episode 5 though, and I'm not doing YouTube anymore.
Yeah, YouTube is.
I just don't. I don't want to get fucked over.
Right.
I don't want to say something that's a joke, like COVID-19 isn't real, or something well, like a joke. Yeah, a joke like that. And then all of a sudden you don't get money for that episode. It's like,
yeah, no, that is pretty crazy, man. Platforms doing stuff like that has blown my mind lately. I don't
want to give them the money.
Just the fact that you can't have open discussions. And even because here's the thing is like, let's say if some people are having some open discussions and they're saying things that are false, then they will be called out on the fact that they're being false. Why do you think that like people are just listening to bullshit and taking it? Well, I guess a lot of people do listen to bullshit and just run with it. That is the problem there. But limiting what people can say isn't the answer to that, Just letting everyone speak and, letting people actually choose their own opinions. That's the only way to fix that. But at this point, there is no real way to fix that. Everyone's just fucking yelling into their phones.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a brave way to do it and then the cowardly way to do it. The cowardly way is to just shut everyone up you don't like.
Right, that's not good.
And you're a coward. You can't hear what you don't want to hear.
Yeah, it creates an echo chamber.
You can't handle it.
You only want to hear what you want to hear, and then you instead of having actual truths in your life, you just have personal truths. Things that you've narrowed down to where you get the answer that you want and you roll with it, and that is not a healthy way to think, my friends. You gotta, I change my perspective on stuff all the time, and usually I come out feeling a lot better about the subject if I get educated by someone that maybe knows a little more about something than me. You learn from it, and you change your fucking stance. Who's going to be the same person for their entire life? I don't want to hang out with that guy. That guy sounds boring. You have the same beliefs and thought patterns from when you're 20 until you're dead.
I know people like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, actually.
Yeah, learn and grow and change your opinions, change your tastes. I'm trying to experience as much life as I can in the short fucking life I got,
I know. Yeah, that's been a thought on my mind as well. Like every time I sit down to play video games, I just look at the screen for a couple hours and then I'm done. And then I put the controller down. I'm like, well, that was 2 hours.
Dude,
that's gone.
I wish I had. I was really into video games when I was younger, and then with how busy I've been the last few years, I just really kind of stopped. I don't have time to play video games at all anymore, and I've just kind of stopped. But just recently, I've kind of freed up a little bit of time to get back into it, and it's been great. The new Halo game is nostalgia, dude. Halo Infinite is just
for good things,
just loading me up with serotonin every night. I just plug into that for an hour, and it's just like, oh, I feel better.
I'll have to check that out. Except I don't really have an Xbox, so I do, but I don't have it plugged in, and the TV that I thought I could use is busted.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, my roommate moved from California. We got an apartment here, and then we took his TV out of his car, brought it upstairs, and plugged it in, plugged my Xbox in, and turned it on, and it was busted. Somewhere along the journey, it had been cracked. So I'll have to check out Halo. But one of the things I've been playing a lot of recently is Call of Duty Mobile.
The mobile dude, I can't play anything on my phone.
Dude, it's so
mobile
fun.
games are so just like zombie mode. Like, I just don't. I
thought it was gonna be bad, dude. I thought it was gonna be dumb, but like I was doing a fire alarm inspections, so it was a lot of hurry up and wait kind of jobs.
Right.
I would be spending hours a day in my truck, just sitting there, waiting.
Shit. Yeah.
And so my friend who I was working with, he told me to pick up Call of Duty Mobile. You're fine. Just leave it. But he told me to pick up Call of Duty Mobile, and it's free to play, and it plays just like the old Call of Duties. Like, it's so crazy how accurate it is. Like, it's so fast, and like it has all the old maps. Like, it's like taking me back to high school.
That's what's up. All right, it's kind of like the same
you pop into a map, like, oh shit, I know this one is from Modern Warfare 2.
That's
like,
cool.
Shit. Like, all right. The maps I already know.
I'm sure that is pretty cool. I can't remember the last time I had a game on my phone.
They mash up all the guns too. There's hundreds of guns on there. It's like, it's crazy.
I bet that, I've heard good things. I might.
They have a battle royale mode. Drop in with like 100 people.
I'm so over battle royale. When battle royale was first around, it was like cool, but then like the way it just kind of took over every game, I was just like, all right, this format's just kind of. There's no real goal here. You just play these. Yeah. You just play and you die, and you play and you die, and it's just like
I'd rather die faster.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to come back faster.
Exactly. Yeah. Like those old school, Call of Duty formats. I like that a lot more than the open world arena gameplay like that. But it's fun. I get it.
I remember playing Counter-Strike back in the day. They had
Counter-Strike.
They had mods where there was a team deathmatch mod where like as soon as you die, you're back up with a gun.
Yep. Yeah. And Counter-Strike, dude, that was chaos in Counter-Strike, man. Because Counter-Strike was fast. Yeah. Counter-Strike was precise. There was not precise. It's like you're not looking down the sights at all. You just have to click as fast as you can. Hopefully the bullets hit them. Like there's only the hip fire. Yeah. Unless you're using something with a scope. Because then you can't scope.
Yeah, that's true. You can scope, and then everybody hates you. Nobody likes when people use scoped guns.
Whatever. They can eat it. Hard scoper or whatever it was. I don't know. I forget all the shit talking jib jab from the gaming days. Yeah, video games are fun, but they can just doing too much fucking bullshit.
Doing a podcast, doing a band, doing audio. I was working the Mesa Arts Center for 3 days.
That's cool.
It was like some Christian Christmas show for some Christian high school,
Wow.
But it was like way too much production for what it was. Mm-hmm. There was a choir, a theater show, and the orchestra pit. But we had to mic them all up and do this whole production. It was a nightmare. Huh. There was about 30 wireless units on stage, like mics and in-ear monitors, wireless, and all the frequencies had to be clean. And it was just the worst thing in the world. Yeah, dude. It was horrible.
Dude, I can't even imagine dealing with that. That sounds
the A1, the guy I was working for, the mixer. He's actually in the metal scene here. His name is Jesse. I forgot his last name. Jesse something. He's a taller dude with tattoos all over. But he was just like dying. You could see it in his eyes. His life force was draining as he was doing this show. Like he was just getting so upset. He had to deal with high schoolers. He had to deal with all these wireless units. He had to deal with the stage manager who was taking shit way too seriously. And he was just like losing his mind.
Yeah, that's where it's like, as for a while I was thinking that I wanted to get into a line of work that was involved with the music stuff, because it's what I love the most in the world. So I was like, well, but I feel like there's also kind of another side to that where you can get drained. And you can, like, when you're doing that shit all the time, it's like, it could probably be a lot. And you can probably be like, oh, I'm sick of even thinking about anything that has to do with sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's another copy and paste thing. But I mean, the sound tech side of it, and then the actual, like, musicianship, like we're making music and writing music, they're totally different beasts. Like, one of them is, like, plugging in boxes and wires, and the other one is being creative. You're not as creative doing the mixing and the mixing maybe, but as far as like getting the sound from the microphone to the speakers, you don't have to be very creative to do that. Mm-hmm. It's just knowing how the equipment works.
Gotcha.
But it's a pretty cool to know how it works. You can like set this shit up really quick and get rolling, do whatever project you want, wherever you want.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I'm an idiot with gear. I'm still so learning the ropes on just everything. I don't know anything in that term. I am such a rookie and a poser. Like, I don't know jack about any of that.
Well, as a vocalist, you should start looking up microphones.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm well rounded on that stuff, but I'm one of these vocalists for sure where I'm just like a person that was really passionate and a big fan and just like learned how to do vocals and have done the bare minimum to get where I'm at. Where like I don't know how to fucking play guitar. I don't like playing to a click.
Get with Luis and run through some vocals with him, like some vocal warm ups and shit. He can show you a lot of what he does. He takes the vocals like so seriously.
Me too. Yeah.
Dude, he's got a lot of.
That's not what I'm saying at all. In terms of vocal health and like doing my vocals, like that's what I'm saying is I've put all of my focus into just being capable and being able to do that.
Right.
That I haven't had a lot of time to like, I've had like Reaper and an interface and DAW for the longest time, and I was like, I'm gonna write music, and it's like, man, I never fucking had time for that.
Yeah, dude, I tell myself that all the time. I don't have a single song.
Yeah, no, there's just so much that goes into all of that, and it's like, as long as I have guys in my band that know what's going on with gear and everything we're doing right, like I just need to write the songs and show up and do my part fucking well.
I'm sure Ian is a big workhorse as far as the gear goes.
Ian works his fucking ass off. People don't even know how hard Ian works. Ian is a god amongst boys.
He's a professional wizard.
I can't say enough good things about that man. I love him to fucking death. He works his butt off. He's tired, man. And
he's tired.
He's tired. He's like, dude, fucking drumming for a band for several years, also doing a lot of, recording demos and writing and doing backing, writing the orchestral
He's still playing
stuff.
like orchestral stuff too.
Dude, yeah, he goes and plays.
Does he play oboe or something?
Yeah, he play. Was it the oboe? It might be something else, but he plays that with the community college. He also did you listen to his orchestral album?
He did. He showed me. Actually, I tagged it.
I
tagged it in the episode in the Spotify.
In the middle of everything. He just also does that. He's like the Elon Musk of fucking local Arizona music. He's just.
I can't wait to see what he comes out with like later on. He's going to do a lot of cool shit.
He's going to do a lot of cool shit for his whole life. No matter what direction he decides to take it, if he points that brain at something, that shit's going to get chiseled into a fine stone.
Yeah, hopefully I can get him on like episode 600.
You think he'd do episode 600? I
think so.
Man.
Yeah.
You think like that'll be the next one he does? You think he did episode 3 or whatever?
He'd do episode 10.
He should do 10 and then half of the ones until 600 and then also 600.
He'll be on again.
Absolutely. I'm sure he will. That'd be a fun one too to come and do as like a pair. Maybe him and someone else. Have you met Emilio yet? New bass player for Connect On? You haven't met Emilio? Emilio is another guy that I can't say enough good things.
I've seen him in passing. I saw him at the Rebel Lounge when at that show. They played with Amaya.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. So at least, you saw him perform and stuff. He fits like a fucking glove. He just has brought so much harmony into Condemned Till Dawn, man.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll meet him soon.
It feels like that band feels like full force now. It's just like everything kind of fell into the place where it needed to be.
That's good. That's awesome.
It's making some cool shit. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Everyone's fucking great. Nate and Tim, those guys have the thing about them is they've been jamming together for so long. They're just like, they have a natural met between each other. You know what I mean? Like they just walk into a room and they'll just like come up with a song and then play it perfectly the next time that they try to do it. Awesome. Those guys are fucking wizards. Everyone's so smart and handsome. I love those boys. Such a great band. And now they got some fucking dork singing for them. They fucked up.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't fuck it up too bad.
If I fuck it up, it'll be my version of it, and it'll be fucking neat. It's the way I like to look at it.
Well, I hope Condemned does good things in the future. I'll try to make it to that show for sure.
Yeah, man. Do your thing.
But we'll go ahead and kick it off here.
Cool.
And it's nice having you on.
Dude, thank you so much for having me on. It was a good time to come and do a podcast for the first time. I will also hopefully be returning. We should do this again.
Yeah, of course. We will.
All right, sweet. Bye-bye. Nice. How long was that?